Welcome everyone to the Sub 4 RA channel. I am your host Rhino, and today we are at Happy Valley. That's right, home of the Bristol Motor Speedway. And for the first time ever in the ADRC, we will have not just one, but two 180-degree turns, trying to make Bristol as accurate as possible. Here is a look at all 36 drivers that qualified for the 2020 Bristol race here in the ADRC. Going to be led by the 713 car of Jim Boots, and here they are in their respective segments. The 2020 Adult Diecast Racing Cup season is brought to you by 3dbotmaker.com. Remember, your one-stop shop for all your 1/64 scale diecast racing accessory needs. All right, the fans are ready for a wild race here at the 3dbotmaker.com grandstands. And don't forget, the start gate you'll see us use today can be purchased on 3dbotmaker.com. In addition, the crash box and crash bag to keep your cars all secure when they come in can be purchased from Michael's Diecast Garage and Racing. You can find him on Instagram. All right, segment one on the track. This should be a fast one. I do have some teammates in here. We'll get to that momentarily. But for now, on the pole in the 713 car for the H-Town Hustlers, that's Jim Boots. That's two straight poles to start the season for a couple of rookies and a rookie team, satellite team for Michael's Diecast Garage and Racing. On his outside in the 3 car, it's Golden Girl. Row 2 in the 9 car, that's Skeeter Davis. And in the 51 car, Jeff Purvis. Purvis, a satellite member of the 713 team. Row 3, she won Daytona in the 4 car. This is Jim Boots' teammate. That's Miss Tinky. And boy, he doesn't get any luckier than what he had to do to get out of the second tier series into this race. This is Skeeter Davis's teammate in the 3 car, Lucky Jackson. 4 laps, winner will go on to the main event. Let's do it. Oh man, 3 cars out of it right after the first lap. That's really going to piss off some builders. Looks like Lucky Jackson got loose first, and then it might have been Ronnie McD into the side of Golden Girl, and then it looked like Miss Tinky trying to apply the brakes, hits the wall, and suffers the consequences, goes over and out of the race, your Daytona 500 winner. So a rough start to the year for Jeff Purvis and Golden Girl, and unfortunately for Miss Tinky, not going to be a good points day. We're going to have 3 to go, and we got 3 cars left. Going to still be led by Jim Boots. All right, look like with a little bit of help from Skeeter Davis, Jim Boots able to complete the lap. Keep in mind, Bristol Motor Speedway, if you don't finish a lap, it still counts unless it is the last lap of a segment or the race. Then you have to make it back to the checkers. All right, here we go. 2 to go. Jim Boots going to lead them down. All right, we're going to take white flag this time. Jim Boots almost has it in the bag. Can the teammates, Skeeter Davis, Lucky Jackson, pose any sort of threat? Here we go, 1 to go. Okay, like I had just said, if you don't make it back, take the checkers on the last lap. We will redo it. Still 1 to go. Now we go to hell. Finally, the wreckers get all the cars back to to the garage. Dave Akers Custom Garage. Get them to the back. And there is your finishing order for segment 1. Jim Boots on the pole, going on to the main event. All right, this should be a pretty damn interesting segment here. All right, he tied for the pole, but because of points, Jim Boots got it. Was one of the fastest stocks when stocks still mattered, but now it's almost only mods. Has been on a team that has flown under the radar, but it looks like today could be a day for this team to break out. Going to be led by the 00 car of Dirty Deeb. On his outside, didn't qualify for the 500, but does have a fast car, the 1 car of Maxilla. Row 2 in the 09 car, it's the son, Tony Clayman. And next to him in the 48, Jimmy Johnson. Row 3, it's the dad, the 12 car. Let's see if they work together. That's James Clayman. On his outside in the 3 car, came on strong at the end of the 2019 season, Stella Beans. Take a look from the inevitable finish line / side cam. Good opening lap. Maxilla does pass Dirty Deeb for the lead. All 6 cars in it. 3 to go. And just like that, the high banks of Bristol, which Nero 62 even said was something to look out for. Cost, look at this, Maxilla 50-50 grinds it. Best thing for him was going off the track. Dirty Deeb is already out of it. Then Jimmy Johnson. And it looked like that was James Clayman, and he took Stella Beans with him. Take a look. Yep, the high banks of Bristol. Now I know there's going to be some fans and definitely a lot of builders, and they've had a lot to complain about in the 2020 season already. Let me point that out. They're going to be upset with this, but it is what it is. Bristol, high banks. What do you want me to do about it? That being said, even though they don't make it back to the checkers, this does count as a lap. We have 2 cars left and 2 laps left. Tony Clayman, Maxilla. Which one of the sons will make it to the main event? Hey, complaint department, you're gonna be busy. Well, another one bites the dust right there. Tony Clayman. I don't even know what happened on that one other than gets taken out before the turn, around the turn, onto the infield, out of it. So 1 car left. Maxilla, 1 lap left. Can he finish it? Yep, definitely a wreck-filled segment here. Segment 2 was the 48 00, the 12, and the 3 get taken out after the second lap. And then the 09 gets collected after lap 3. And it was 1 man standing, Maxilla, going on to the main event for Red Pill Racing. Well, time to get segment 3 rolling, see what problems we have with this one. Going to be led by the 7 car of Harry Hoon, and on his outside the 281 of Ronnie McD. Row 2, a couple of teammates making their ADRC debuts. That's right, former NOS Racing Series drivers when there was a lot less complaining going on. The 9 car, Mario Speedwagon, and on his outside the 6 car of Rico Singleman. And in row 3, in the 1 car, Snake Eyes, the 11 car, Lady Red Pill. On her outside, he was your 2020 Clash champ, the 2 car of Nero 62. Kind of funny looking at the teammates there down the middle at 69. Well, more hard times here for Team Nero 62, unfortunately out of the race. He actually won it last year, and then look at this, Harry Hoon battling with Ronnie McD back and forth. Goes underneath the McD car and out of it, and look at Lady Red Pill up from 5th to 2nd in one lap. So Harry Hoon, that team, satellite team built by Nero 62, out of the race, as well as Nero 62, and we're going to have 3 to go. Ronnie McD and Lady Red Pill leading them down. Wow, and just like that, the former NOS Racing drivers, I don't know what happened to Rico there. He goes down. Getting loose is Mario Speedwagon, and he's going to go into the treacherous turn, and we already know that's bad news if you go in there with no momentum. So it's going to be 2 laps to go. Lady Red Pill going to lead them down. Wow, what a strong move on the outside. Ronnie McD, we're going to have 1 to go. Who's going to take it? Wow, maybe the outside is the line you want. Take a look at this. Maybe this is what we need to do, one-on-one racing. Maybe even cut out the commentary. Who knows? Nice. Way to go down. Makes the block around the turn. Very nice. Has a little bit of problems. Gets Ronnie McD back in it, but too little too late. Take a look at it from finish line / second 180-degree turn side cam. Hey, we got to talk to these tow truck drivers. We got to get these cars back in there a hell of a lot faster than what they're doing. You understand? Pink slips if they don't. All right, we are back. Guess we didn't really go anywhere, but who is going somewhere? Lady Red Pill and Ronnie McD going on to the main event. We'll be back with the rest of the race after these messages. For start gates, finish line gates, and everything in between, the only place you need to go is 3dbotmaker.com. All right, we are back from the state-mandated break. Segment 4 on the track, we're going to be led by the 911 car of Carly Kay. Only qualified for 1 race in all of 2019. 2 races into 2020 is qualified for both. She has a strong car. On her outside, in the black GM Goodwrench 3 car, that's Podium. Row 2, another black 3 GM Goodwrench car, that is B. Finn. On his outside, in the 34 car, that is Coffee Tart. Row 3, 29 car, Chris. And in the 4 car, Bud. You know, it is one of my favorite builds. Used to like going to Taco Bell, but ever since they took away the green sauce, you could substitute in their bean burritos for that nasty red. I haven't been back. Still love the car, though. Love the purple chassis as well. But look at this. Oh, at the finish line. Podium. Not quite, I don't think, getting past. Man, that was a nice finish. So busy talking about stuff they don't have at Taco Bell anymore. All right, Coffee Tart to the back of Dave Akers Customs Garage. We're going to restart this. 3 to go. We got Carly Kay and Podium. I'd have to say Podium owes a lot of that outside pass to his teammate in the 29 car. Chris gave him a good shove. Let's see if they can do it now on the inside. Boy, this has been a nightmare of a race for Team Nero 62. Their third car in the race and their third wreck out of it, as well as Chris for Toon Tracks Racing out of it. Paducci's still in it though, but Carly K and satellite teammate B. Finn riding up front with 1 to go. Looks like a late fashion as usual for this race. There's Bud and Chris to the back. And here's your finishing order for segment 4. Carly K on to the main event. All right, segment 5 ready to go. Going to be led down by the 9 car of Matthew Devers, to his outside the 33 car of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Row 2, one last glimmer of hope for Team Nero 62. It's the 1 car of Glitter Girl on her outside. In the 68 car, a new look 68, a now modded 68 with the Converse. It's Chuck Taylor. Oh no, wait, no, that's Rusty Nubbins, my bad. And in row 3, the 1 car, about the only stock still left here in the ADRC. That's Nasara Charunkel or something like that. And on her outside, the 75 car of Dirty Jersey, Ken Castillo. Oh, can you see that? Wait, what's that you're saying? Ah, it's the blood pressure of the brass of Nick Devers Racing, as their blood no doubt is boiling. But anytime you go off the track, you will go at the end of the longest line. So Nick Devers shuffles from first on back. That still counts as a lap, so we're going to have 3 to go. Right now, maybe the best thing for Team Nero 62 just to pack it up and get the heck out of Bristol. They had a much better performance. Looked like Jeffrey Earnhardt ran her up the track. They had a much better performance in Bristol in 2019. Unfortunately, not going to be their race, but look for them to bounce back at Vegas. So it's going to be led by Jeffrey Earnhardt and Ken Castillo on his outside. 2 to go. Well, this team hasn't had much bad luck until now. Red Pill Racing, oh, he just gets sandwiched. No other place for him to go except into the wall and over out of it. Ken Castillo. Jeffrey Earnhardt completes the lap. And look at this. Rusty Nubbins has worked his way up to second. Nasara Trunkle or something like that. And Nick Devers going to round it out. There's Ken Castillo back to the Dave Akers Custom Garage. We got 1 to go. Jeffrey Earnhardt, Rusty Nubbins. Oh, talk about unfortunate. He looked like he was ready for A segment win, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Rex, they don't complete the lap, however, so still one to go. Rusty Nubbins and Nassara Trunkle or something like that. Look at that, Rusty Nubbins onto the main event in the new look Converse car. All right, sixth and final segment ready to go. Making his debut in the 99 car, Gator McCluskey. On his outside, the 2 car of Burt Buzzard. Row 2, the 42 car of Chicken George. On his outside, Key West Racing's 49 car of Sloppy Joe. I used to hate that meal as a kid. And in row 3, a matter of fact, I think I used to eat was bread. I wouldn't even eat Sloppy Joe. Couldn't stand them. Row 3, in the A car, it's Vinny. Nightlife. And your defending 2019 ADRC champ in the 33 car, Frank Klein. Well, fortunately for your defending series champ, takes a lick, does a flip, back on his wheels, still in it. And look at Burt Buzzard in the 2 car. Showing off some skill there. Gonna lead him down. 3 laps to go, all 6 cars still in it. Unfortunately, Gator McCluskey, and I don't know what Frank Klein's doing there. Gator McCluskey has the same problem as many have had, getting sandwiched into the retaining wall, the side wall, coming off of 1 out of the race. So we got 2 to go. Burt Buzzard, Chicken George going to lead you down. All right, let's go back, see if we can see what happened. Frank Klein off to a great start. And then spins and goes over. Not quite sure what happened there. But look at Burt Buzzard. Looking strong. I don't know in this segment who is going to catch him in that 2 car. Okay, we got McCluskey finally to the back in the 99 DuPont Lumina. Joining him now, your defending 2019 ADRC champ, Frank Klein, in the 33. We're going to pick things up here. Going to be led by Burt Buzzard, Chicken George, with 1 to go. All right, listen to this. Virtually unchallenged until the last lap. And look at this. Chicken George had some ground to make up. Gets all the way back to his bumper. So pretty impressive closing performance there. And here are your cars that are left. So despite being not by popular demand, we're going to combine the seconds, the thirds, the fourths, and no need to combine the fifths and sixths because we didn't have enough cars for a fifths and sixths or any at all. So it's going to be 10 cars, 2 laps. Whoever wins this will go on as your staying alive car to the main event. Wow, pretty impressive. 10 cars start. Only one does not make it, and I think he got clipped by Untitled or something like that, which made him flip over. All right, here we go. 1 to go. Matthew Deaver's going to lead him down. All right, this was really no contest here. Look at Nassar Trunkle. 50-50 grind manages to save it. But Nick Deaver's way too strong. B. Finn looks like he passes Chicken George there, but a little bit too little too late, as Matthew Deavers will be headed on now to your main event time. 4 laps winner will be your 2020 Bristol champ. Going to be led down by the pole setter in the 713. Jim Poots is outside in the 911. Carly K. 4 laps. Let's do it. Wow, tough lick by Lady Red Pill. Sometimes when you get these cars bunched up at the beginning, different style bodies don't really get along with others. Sounds weird, but when you put them in there, sometimes it gets them a little loose when the start gate goes down and you have 7 modified cars going. Unfortunately for Lady Red Pill, she's still in it, but I think she's got some problems with her car. Still going to be led down by Jim Boots. Yeah, you could hear it when she came back around after the crash and was able to get it restarted after lap 1. Lady Red Pill has problems. Now, let's take a look here. Looks like, oh yes, victim to the high banks of Bristol. Lap not completed by Jim Boots, but it will still count as one. And Maxilla and Burt Buzzard both go over. They are out of the race. So that leaves 5 cars, but look at this. Bottom out. She's not going to have anything. And let me point this out while we have it going right here, right now. Red Pill Racing did send in a couple backup cars, one of which was for Lady Red Pill. So he will be able to get up and racing, qualifying for Vegas in that 11 car will Lady Red Pill right away. Always recommend sending in backup cars, especially for some of your top cars, so they won't miss out on any potential track time. As it stands, we have 2 to go. Jim Boots, Carly K. All right, couple things to note here. Look at this. The push by Matthew Deavers on Carly K is able to get her around Jim Boots. Goes down for the block. And then look at this, though. Carly K completes it, and then unfortunately for Rusty Nubbins off the track, so he will have to start at the rear of the field, even behind Lady Red Pill. Unfortunately for him, off the track, and we are going to restart it with 1 to go. That's huge for Nubbins, unfortunately. Now, can Matthew Deavers get back in this? Or, speaking of which, Jim Boots, he has not trailed all day. 1 to go. We're going to take the white flag when we drop it right now. Man, what a great finish that was. Jim Boots had no help on the outside. Lady Red Pill couldn't keep up with him. Carly Kay has 2 other cars giving her out. But look at this. It looked like Nevers went up and then he wrecks. He gave Jim Boots a boot. Gets him past Carly Kay, and then that put Matthew Devers, unfortunately for him, out of control into the wall and over. But you got to give him the assist there. Jim Boots gets the pole and gets the win. The second win in as many races this year for the new team, the H-Town Hustlers, a satellite team of Michael's Diecast Garage and Racing. With all that being said, here is a look at your finishing order for the 2020 Bristol race. All right, time to head down now to the Sub 4 RA Victory Lane Podium, brought to you by Dave Akers Customs. Remember, if it wasn't built by Dave, it was built by somebody else. Boy, the H-Town Hustler new rookie team making this look easy. 2 wins in as many races to start the 2020 season. Congratulations goes out to Owen Rimmel and Stuff and More Hot Wheels, the only 2 that successfully picked the 713 car of Jim Boots to get the W. All right, time to scroll through the point standings after race 2. So comment down below what you think of the point standings, the Bristol race, the Bristol track, good or bad. Let's hear it. Let's hear what you got. No need to beat around the bush, so to speak. So, gonna let you guys take a look at the standings, and we'll be right back after they run through. All right, that's going to do it for the 2020 season here at Bristol Motor Speedway. So happy to get in a second 180-degree turn thanks to the builders and building some fast NASCAR modifieds. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.